welcome, welcome, welcome. So as normal, we're here on Tuesday at 6 p.m. doing the radio show. But this time, I decided to do something different. Not necessarily me, the team decided to do something different. So we're here at Let's Get It Fitness. It's a gym in Dearborn, Michigan. And what it is a personal training appointment-only gym. I found this quite fascinating. So I'm in my fitness gear because I am now being trained at Let's Get It Fitness. We're going to see if this works, okay? In the meantime, though, today I have with me Devin. Devin is one of the personal trainers here at Let's Get It Fitness. Now, he doesn't know the questions, and I'm about to blow him up, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry, no judgment, okay?
No, at all.
So anyway, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, okay. From your physique, it looks like you exercise pretty much yourself, right? Is that true? All right. So, what brought you or what got you into exercise and becoming a trainer?
What got me into just exercising, period, I actually grew up playing sports. Basketball was like my go-to, so I played in high school, college. So I kind of already had like that workout mentality by training during the season, all season, things like that. But what kind of actually got me into fitness, kind of piggybacking and transitioning from that, my cousin's actually a personal trainer.
Oh,
so
really?
With him being a personal trainer, I kind of got fascinated with the whole technique of it, but it's a little bit different than sports just because it's more of you have to kind of educate yourself when it comes to stuff. A lot of people think that it's easy to train people, but there's a lot more science behind the training part of it.
So it's not like, because you know how to bench press, you're going to show somebody else how to bench press?
Right, yeah, because it's like, okay, if I know how to bench press, and let's say you didn't know anything about that, I can't train you the same way I'm training myself, or I can't train you how I train somebody else.
That makes
so
sense.
It's not going to work out the same way, and you're not going to get the same results as somebody else would.
Huh. So I can be like silly and say, okay, I don't know what a particular machine is. So not only would you be able to tell me the name of it, you would tell me how to do it and what might work best for me based on like my body frame, for example.
Exactly. I will be able to show you the machine, show you the movement, show you and alternate to that movement. Because I always think when it comes to machines, you're able to actually use it for that main purpose, but also use it for like a secondary muscle. So for example, if I'm doing like an incline bench press, for example, of course it's slanted.
What is that?
So incline bench is pretty much an alternated version of the bench press, but it's slanted between about a 35 to 45 degree angle, depending on how you set it up. And of course, it works the top part of your chest.
Okay.
But
I want to keep my boobs, so I'm sorry. Okay.
Right. No. So if like it's an actual machine, I can use that for a bench press. No, I'm sorry, incline bench press. But I can also turn around and use that as an inverted like shoulder press. So I will actually lay on my chest and do it. But instead of using like a bar, I might use like lighter dumbbells and actually have to position myself in a way to where it would be more difficult but with lighter weight.
Oh, wow. You're fancy. Maybe you do know a little something. Okay.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay, all right. Do you have a preference between, training women versus men, age groups? Does that actually, well, let me put it like this. That's a setup question. So instead of saying your preference, do you tailor your exercises based on the person, the gender, the height of the person you're training?
I only adjust it based off of, because honestly, I believe men and women can do all the same exercises.
Okay.
It just depends on the focus area of exactly what they're trying to get to. So, of course, women are going to have different focus areas than men will.
Okay.
But I never...
Oh, you mean like right here? Like, you can't see it in a jacket, but like, it's moving, I swear.
Right. So, like, most guys want to have that beach body physique. They want to have big muscle, big arms, and things like that. So, of course, automatically you will want to train them based off of what they are looking for. But when it comes to guys and girls, full body is always the best option for them, because when you do full body exercise, you're just getting everything. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a little bit of everything. But if you go specifics, most women want to have, the legs, nice toned back, nice toned arms. So of course you specifically train them based off.
I mean, a little bit of booty. You didn't say that part.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes it got to be lifted.
I mean, of course,
yeah.
And then, like I said, the guys want to have like that you know what I'm saying, upper body look bigger and things like that. So, but I always normally ask, do you like what are your goals?
Okay.
But not specifically your goals, but like because people always have goals, but they don't know really what goes into their goals.
Yeah.
So I always ask them, what are your goals? And realistically, what are you looking to get out of this workout? And what are you looking to get from me?
Yeah.
So that way they have to actually think about what they're asking. Because most people want to just drop weight. Okay, I can have you get on the treadmill, drop all the weight, including your muscle, fat, weight. And then you're like, I dropped so much weight that that's not what I want.
Right.
So I try to make people think about what they're asking because I'm like, okay, when you want to drop weight, do you want to lose fat specifically?
Yeah.
Or do you want to tone muscle? And then they're like, oh, I want to do this, this, and this. I'm like, okay. And then I kind of break them down exactly what we're going to go through because I always try to include a little bit of everything. Cardio, high intensity interval training, which is HIIT. Strength training.
HIIT?
Yeah, so HIIT is high interval intensity training. So basically you have an elevated heart rate and you keep that high sustained throughout the whole, workout.
And what does that do? Is that burning the fat?
That burns a lot more fat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is your workouts like tailored to the person, or do you have like programs like based on, all right, if you have body fat you're trying to lose, this is the type of program you have set up or exercises you have in mind? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I try to keep it custom per person just because, again, everybody won't get the same exact results. Because if I put pretty much everybody in like a class and everybody does the exact same workout, it can be tailored toward the exact same thing, burning fat. But you might burn fat somewhere else compared to somebody else. Like you might burn fat your lower body, they might burn a little bit more upper body. So of course they're like, well, I didn't want to do that. That's why you kind of got to be able to adjust on the fly when it comes to that stuff.
So, okay, let's say someone like me, right? You've seen me without the Kotan.
Right.
If you were to create a program, like what would that look like? Would it start with like warm up in the morning? I mean, not in the morning, but the first thing is a warm up. The second thing, how do you do that?
Basically, all of my workouts kind of start the same. They start, if you want to lose weight or like burn fat, you always start with cardio and then end with cardio. But it's not a lot of cardio. So maybe like 5 to 10 minutes on the treadmill, either doing interval running. So pretty much I'll set it up for, you'll run for like 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, and kind of keep doing that throughout that. And then we'll go to like some HIIT training. So like you might do like battle ropes, superset it with medicine ball slams that kind of continue on with the cardio, but it's more of you actually working out compared to just straight cardio. And then we'll go to strength training. Strength training and HIIT are honestly like the two best ways to burn fat and weight, of course, but it's more so burning fat, but also keeping muscle at the same time.
Okay. So my next question to you is, you can have a biased opinion. This is an opinion-only question, all right? Do you think you would recommend that people do personal training versus exercising alone? It's a little bit of a setup question.
No, so I would actually say yes.
Okay.
Because when I train people, I train them only to educate them, so that way they don't have to depend on me. Because if you think about it, when you go into the gym by yourself, most likely, because all human beings have like that short attention span. Some have it shorter, some have it longer. When you're working out by yourself and things start to get hard, you're not going to push yourself past that point unless you've already been there.
True.
And you can do that in anything in life. That can go for, work. That can go for anything. So I always recommend you at least trying a personal trainer so that way you can learn at least what the machines are, exercises are, and you might need that person for 2 months. Let's say it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
At least you're taking away something from what you learned from that personal trainer. You can apply that to what you're doing.
Got it.
So if you go into the gym, like I always use, for example, the beginner's gym that everybody knows about.
Yeah,
Pretty much when you go in there, you really don't have any, like everybody goes there beginning of the year, like, okay, I'm about to get in here, work out and things like that. And of course, by February, they're all gone.
Yes.
But that's because they don't have any direction. All they see is treadmill.
Okay.
If they don't see treadmill, they might see a few exercises other people are doing, but they really don't know exactly what they're doing.
Got it.
Like it might be a certain way you're supposed to use that machine. They might be using it a completely different way.
Yeah.
Me, if I'm in the gym in that setting, I don't mind walking up to somebody without invading their space, like because I know how to talk to them. Like, hey, I don't want to actually interrupt your workout, but do you mind if I show you something because I see you're working out here and I just kind of want to add to what you're doing. That way, when they see that, and I've been approached by people seeing me do this before, they see exactly what I'm doing. and they allow me to show them, and then I'm helping them because they might be messing themselves up. They might be doing like a bench press, but like back into like the bench like the wrong way or like too far back, so they're like they can mess up anything. But that's because you don't have the right people around you, or even at the gym to tell you like you shouldn't be doing it that way.
Yeah.
And most people get scared from going to personal training because they think they're going to work them too hard.
Yeah, you're so deep. I mean, you really, you really know your stuff.
Yeah.
So, we're going to wrap this part up here, but
Okay.
I do want to ask you one last thing. The best way to get in touch with you, is it just coming to Let's Get It Fitness?
So you can actually contact me on my social media page, Instagram at Train with Dev P, Facebook, same thing, Train with Dev P. Email address is trainwithdevp@gmail.com.
DEVP?
Yep, like that,
okay,
DEVP. And you can always stop in. That's the best way, so that way you can actually look at the gym, get a feel for it. I mean, I'm here all the time, so.
Yeah, I've seen you a few times.
Yeah.
All right, deal. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Appreciate you.
You're
and
amazing.
we are here, and Dev is here, and Let's Get It Fitness. All right, so we're back from break, and what I did is I switched it up a little bit. So we got now a female trainer, but I'm gonna let her talk more about all her 5 jobs she has, because she does more than just training, and I think it's really dope. So welcome, Yuri.
Thank you.
I said it right?
Yes.
Okay, because my name complicated too, and
Yes.
so I'm
Yes.
trying to make sure. Okay.
Yes.
So so my impression when I first met you wasn't that you were a trainer.
Okay. What did you
But
think?
that you did work with the meal plan.
Oh.
and nutritional work.
Okay.
So I want to start there
Okay.
and then variate off of the different things that you do.
Okay.
So please explain, what do you do with food?
Okay, so what I do with food is international meal prepping. So
Okay.
basically, I help people open their palate to new dishes, because a lot of different foods, like Mediterranean dishes, Japanese dishes, Norwegian dishes, they're good for diets and they're good for weight loss, fat loss, and it's recommended by the nutritional sciences. So basically, yeah, that's why I do that, because not only do people get bored of the same meal prep and food, but you can just really get to try different stuff and different herbs that you didn't even know you liked.
So do you have a favorite, like a favorite dish or herb?
I have to say my favorite dish so far that I really like is called Doom Birani rice, and it's a Mediterranean dish, and it's basically rice, chicken, parsley, some stuff called ghee, which is a substitution of butter, like a vegetable oil. It's really good. And you basically cook it and boil it for 45 minutes, and the food comes out almost like jello-ish a little bit. Yeah, it's weird. It's the way it comes out, and it's very healthy. Very, very healthy and very tasty. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite dishes now, but I'm sure I'm going to have more.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure
do you actually make the food?
Oh,
Or
yes. Everything is made from scratch. Everything. I just made some homemade Jamaican jerk sauce for one of my clients. So good. It was too spicy because I put so many habaneros in there because they like spicy. But my husband's telling me how to dilute it out, and I was like, oh, I can do that. It was good. Okay. So that's one of the
I
Caribbean
didn't know.
dishes.
Hold on. I didn't know you do all of that.
Yes,
we
it's
might have
very
to
fun.
rotate some
It's very
things.
fun.
Really?
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
Yes.
Now, one of the things we did share on a little bit when we did talk was that there were certain foods related to PTSD that you are aware of.
Yep.
And, there's this epidemic apparently with PTSD of different, not just military personnel, but individuals of the life.
Yes.
And so I know you said you had certain, I don't know if it was dishes or particular items that would help.
It's not dishes. There are certain foods.
Okay.
So lean meats are basically correlated to helping PTSD, because lean meats are the protein foods that have, it helps relieve depression and it helps relieve insomnia. So a couple good proteins would be grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef has so many good healthy fats in it, such as omega-3 acids, that it helps manage PTSD and depression.
Wow.
And then another one is fish, which I was going back to telling you, the international dishes.
Yeah.
Fish, the nutritional scientists did an exam that fish and Mediterranean dishes, Norwegian dishes, and Japanese dishes are correlated with antidepressants. the herbs and everything they put in their dishes. So that's why I'm like, international meal prepping is where it's at.
Clearly.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, wait a minute. All right, we got to go back a little bit.
Okay.
So how do you advertise or get it out there about this concept of international meal planning?
Just through social media, and
Okay.
the reason I even started meal prepping for other people, because
Yeah.
on my website I have about 15 different fitness and nutrition packages that you can do. So with that, I do meal prepping services for my clients, and I only used to do it for my clients only, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you sign up with me for a month. I do help you meal prep, so you can just get the idea of how to meal prep. And it wasn't international dishes at that time. It was just healthy American dishes, like the simple basic stuff that you could just go to the fruit market and get and just cook at home for your family and yourself. Nothing too hard to do. That was like the meal prepping one-on-one session.
Okay.
So that turned into, I'm tired of eating the same stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So it was like, what can I do to help my clients stick on track, stay committed to their goals, and make it kind of easy for them? And it was switch the foods up. We're like from different countries. They have so many different herbs and stuff. Like, it never gets boring. Never gets boring.
That's interesting. Okay, so you keep bringing up that you used to do meal plan for your clients. So now we're going to interplay into who are the clients.
There's still I call everyone I train and I meal prep for my faux fam, because they're like family to me, you know. So I call them my faux fam members. So I just do it for my faux fam members that are doing one-on-one personal training with me and nutritional, because they need that weekly to stay committed to some type of healthy regimen weekly and incorporate it into their lifestyle. Because if it's not incorporated in your lifestyle, it's not going to work. So for example, when you have PTSD, if you're not incorporating these foods into your lifestyle, it's going to be hard for you to eat them and actually have it assist with whatever medication or whatever else you're doing with your PTSD. You have to actually make it a part of your lifestyle to make this work.
That makes so much
Yes.
sense. And so you do the personal training at Let's Get It Fitness as well, right? Okay.
Yes.
And so how does your program set up? Because my understanding is each trainer has their own little feel to it and their own moves and their own kind of program for each client that you have.
Yes.
So do you have like what's a typical workout look like with you?
So a typical workout with me would be 15 minutes to 20 minutes on the cardio on treadmill. And I'm basically pushing you to your maximum level of running at a steady pace to build your stamina. Okay. So I focus on stamina first. Once the stamina is in there, you're winded and you're stronger and you can do more push and pull workouts. And then once we do the stamina, based on your fitness and nutrition evaluation that we've done on day one, I'll know if you can jump right into weights, or I'll know if you need to use your own body weight first. I literally examine that to see if you need to use your own body weight or weights, because I don't want you to faint on me. I don't want you to pass out. I really, really want you to stay coming and really get fit so you really can hit your goals.
Yeah.
So I make sure I evaluate you properly, and then I determine what type of workouts you're going to do. And then from that, it's just golden from that point, because then you're just like, okay, I'm getting better. All right. That's kind of how it is.
So do you assess the clients after a certain amount of sessions to see where they are, to see if it's working, not working?
Yeah, so after a month, basically after a whole month with me, I can tell if you progressed or not. Okay. So a lot of people that can't just jump on a treadmill with me or can't get on an elliptical, they're on a bike. Day one on the bike, depending on your speed, even when you're on a treadmill, depending on your speed and your heart rate, and by day 1 and day 30, you're usually faster and you're usually just more steady. So the whole month that we're working together, you're focusing on your stamina and how long you can run or brisk walk or jog or whatever. I'm just trying to get you at a consistent pace, consistently on the treadmill. So by the end of the month, you're at that consistent pace and you're just like killing it. And you're like, oh, I didn't even realize it, because you see me every other day, every week. So you don't even realize that you're progressing until I mention it, until I say it. But most people want the weight to be gone quickly, but it's really about building you back up mentally to get you in the mindset of being in the gym and doing the whole lifestyle thing. That's really what it is. So the first month, that's really what it's all about with me. It's like building the mindset back up of working out, getting it understood that you have to show up, you have to be accountable, you have to eat right, you have to make it a part of your life or it's not going to work. That's basically the first month. And then the second month, I'm like, all right, I'm about to push you now.
I'm
I'm about to push
game
you to the
over.
I'm about to push you to the limit now because now you ready. Now you there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have a particular type of person that you train? Like, is it men, women, both?
Women entrepreneurs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, you fancy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You said that like with no report. Like, yep, this is what I do. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what's the best ways that people can get in contact with you?
So people can contact me by phone. I tell everybody to call me because I want to talk.
Wow.
You guys, you got all these questions and I want to talk. So I'm just like, call me, my number is 248-979-6544. I answer, I talk back, I respond to messages. So call me or you can DM me on Facebook. I mean, I love what I do and I love to talk about it. So call me.
In this day and time, call me. I like that.
I don't
a lot
want you
of
to
times
text me, send me no 3
social media.
paragraphs. Call me and talk to me.
Okay, boom, girl.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. That's how we're gonna do that. All right.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming
Thank
on
you.
this show.
I appreciate being here.
I think it was great.
Yes.
All right. I want to thank Let's Get It Fitness for allowing us to bring the show here today. I want to appreciately thank my personal trainer, Terry. We're going to see how this works because we're 2 weeks in. In the meantime, you can catch me on the Keena Inc. Instagram and Facebook page as I go through this personal training journey, as we change venues and places with the podcast. And also, I want to let you know that at 6 p.m. on Fridays, the show will air, this TV version and all this good jazz, on Fridays at 6 p.m. on Roku at Renaissance City Media Network.
This show is sponsored by Upton Law, PLLC, the one-stop shop for all your attorney needs.